welcome back to Legends of Elzorya. How you doing? They can't respond. How are you all doing? Good? Okay.
Wait, are you talking to the
Now I'm talking to you.
all of you out there? All of you out there watching this right now? Yes, I'm looking directly into the camera at you. Hi, I'm your friendly neighborhood Epsilon, and this is a fourth wall break.
Say hi to Kellen, everybody. Okay. So,
I'm pretty sure I just did that.
It's time to get serious. Time to get our head in the game. Where did we leave off? As I just mentioned, as you were climbing up the mountain, there was an avalanche. I'll say it different every time. That momentarily separated your group. It was touch and go there a little bit, especially for Draven, who found himself trapped in a cave with a family of what were hibernating bears until all the commotion woke them up. And he could not make a roll to save his life. And I really was afraid I was going to have to throw you solo against 3 bears. I am very happy to announce, though, that they chose not to kill the family and the poor little bear cub, even though Draven was pushing very hard for some bear skins. However, Rhea soon learned that, she already kind of knew that this was not the correct temperature for this region. There shouldn't be this much snow. An avalanche is almost unheard of, especially this time of year, and was able to put it together that this was some kind of magical effect, which allowed them to notice that there were runes carved into the side of the mountains. Being the magical divining rod, she eventually tracked it down and managed to completely nullify the major rune that was causing the avalanches, bringing a more pleasant atmosphere to the region. So they continued on until they finally made their way to the Mystic Order Monastery, the place where Rhea grew up, the place where she suffered some kind of traumatic event that currently she can't really remember. And we ended as you kind of crest the top of this mountain, and you got your first look at the monastery as this eerie kind of chill settled over you all. You can see pieces of magic physically, or like actually visible in front of you, those little glowing dots that you can see, those purple. It's almost like this place is so steeped in whatever magic is that it's manifesting physically. And that's where we left off, and we'll pick up on today's Legends of Elzorya. So, what do you all do as you come in and see this site? And I think for the first time, you all kind of get a glimpse, even though it's just a minor fraction of what Rhea experienced while in the rift. You get your first taste, just that tiny sample of pure magic. What would you like to do?
What are we actually seeing? Are we seeing like these what do you call them? Patagonias? Is that what they're called?
Pagoda.
Thank you. Pagoda.
Yes, you see what's on the screen. At least this is just basically the entrance to it. it's kind of like, it almost looks like it's a welcome area, for lack of a better word, but you can see that behind it there is a more of a sprawling complex. But this is just kind of the actually, Rhea, give me a quick knowledge roll. 11. That was good enough for this, but with fear, so I'll take that.
Since you had 0, you now have 1 fear.
I had 0 because it rolls over. Once I max out, if I get another, it cycles back through.
It goes back to 0.
Rhea, you know that this was a memory floods into your mind. You remember just having tea here, having just kind of lazy days. This would be where people would come. The view is incredible, especially in the springtime here at the top of the mountain. And these pagodas were constructed specifically as a leisure
social
kind of communal area. With your role with fear, I want you to describe for me a memory that comes into your mind that's not necessarily a pleasant one.
Associated with this
scene, yes. Associated with this particular setting. Also, I may be putting you on the spot a lot tonight, so just have fun.
As long as you're willing to be patient with me while I think about things.
Of course.
And we're not talking necessarily traumatic.
No,
we're just talking about unpleasant.
Yes. Something just unpleasant that happened. Maybe it was a small argument, something that just didn't sit well with you. Well, there'll be plenty of time for trauma later.
Cool, sweet. So Rhea had been very much attempting to follow in her mentor's footsteps and help her work on her research, and she tried to at one point be intuitive and try to do something before her mentor even asked her to, anticipate the next task she'd be asked to do, or do and what she decided to do next, she had made a mistake or broken something important, or gotten a piece of half of her. We'll say she got half of her mentor's journal, one of her mentor's journals singed.
Ooh.
And it wasn't necessarily the most important part, but it was enough that she got a very, very good scolding, and and a very, very good scolding for it.
The memory floods into your mind, and you remember sitting in this very spot, looking out over what should be a beautiful landscape, but all that keeps replaying into your mind is just that look of disappointment on her face and the things that she said, and that's what hurt the most. And it taints this beautiful landscape.
I think the biggest phrase that stands out is, Rhea, we both know you know better than this.
And that's what is kind of ringing through your head as you kind of shake the memory away. And just looking around, you can just hear that repeated almost. Rhea, you know you're better than this. The rest of you hear that also.
We know you know you're better. You know better than this.
But we all hear that. It rings out like a voice.
But it's still said to Rhea, not to us.
It addresses Rhea. Yes. I mean, you hear Rhea. What was it again?
It says her. Actually, no. You know better than this. We both know you know better than this.
We both know you know better than this. And it just kind of.
And it full government names her too. It's Rhea Sylvia. It full government names her.
There's no doubt who they're referring to.
Lynn's
Draven's
kinda
really
like, like Lynn's like snapping into it like too, and she's like, Rhea, what is that?
That's Alessia. That's my mentor's voice.
Draven's really protective of his friends, but also at the same time, he doesn't quite formulate all of his words before he says it. He's like, Rhea does not know better, and you will back off of her.
I think Rhea just kind of looks at you very confused.
Sorry. She does know better. Fuck you.
What? That's...
I'm sorry. I don't know how to defend you here.
You feel a cold metal hand kind of on your shoulder. It just squeezes a little bit. You're trying, but not well.
Rhea's
Kellyanna just kind of like...
You actually... I think you actually get Rhea to laugh at that for a bit. Like, she exhales out of her nose a little, and she is very much trying not to laugh more because she keeps hearing this.
Oh, Draven takes that as a win.
Yeah, no, that's a win. That's really funny. You're just yelling at the fucking sky. It's real old man yells at cloud. It's real old man yells at cloud energy.
I will say, though, as you yell out, the voice does not respond. It does drift away after that, carried by the wind until there's this eerie silence that replaces it.
Is this a spirit or an illusion?
You've confused the possible ghost of my mentor into silence, which is an achievement.
Well, you know, I've always taken pride in my ability to confuse.
You should.
I seem to have done it again.
It's probably one of Draven's better qualities. Let me ask you this, though. To your question there, Lynn, what's your spellcasting trait?
Strength.
Okay. Probably wouldn't be with that. Let's go with knowledge or instinct. I'll let you choose.
We'll go with knowledge. I have a slightly better modifier.
12 with fear. As you ask your question, I think you struggle a little bit based on some of the tenets of your faith. Specifically, you know that spirits technically exist. You've heard about ghost stories, but it also kind of slaps in the face of the natural order of the reincarnation cycle that gets taught in everywhere in the theocracy. And you've never experienced anything like this before. So I think with the 12 with fear, it's hard for you to tell. It's hard for you to really come to a conclusion on what might be happening here. I think what you're seeing is at odds with what your faith leads you to believe.
I think I'm going to turn to the others and kind of be like, when we summon spirits back from the other side, we usually have to rein them here, and it destroys the body to do it. I don't understand how a spirit or could just be unbound here. They cross after death.
Maybe it's
Muted.
something like a revenant.
Perhaps their bodies were used to bind them here.
That would be something dark, and I'm gonna kind of look at Kellyanna because it's like, that's the only experience we have of souls being bound to this plane, really.
I wish I could answer more, but My knowledge of what happened before ends the moment my life did. I have vague memories, but the specifics I don't know. But I will say, we do know that the souls of my former land, Etheria, they were bound, unable to move wherever souls are meant to move. The magic here seems similar. There is a chance they're related, but that's all I could say.
I'm gonna kind of look at Rhea and... Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, Draven is trying to hide his excitement as he starts running inside. He's got his reporter hat on and he's ready to find out shit. He is trying to not seem excited.
I'm going to kind of look at Rhea and I'm kind of looking around and I'm like, I'm going to very tentatively kind of say this because I know how Rhea feels about, deity stuff. And I'm kind of like, you said this was a monastic order. Was it purely ascetic to separate yourself from like the rest of the world, or was there any worship here of the deities?
Oh, certainly not worship of the deities. Not necessarily that it was disallowed, but this was a place for the outcasts. This place was put so high up here, no one knows of it on purpose.
The only invoking I know of spirits comes through the warden, so I'm definitely out of my depth here.
Are you aware of the concept of a revenant?
We've heard of angry spirits that are twisted from the natural order, but it's not something we like to speak of.
Well, depending on how this place was functionally destroyed, I wouldn't be surprised if the spirit was emotional enough to stick around to haunt this place.
That was timed really well with the music, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah, and Lynn, the concept of a revenant is considered something truly unholy. It kind of flies in the face of pretty much... I'm pretty sure every one of the deities would consider something like that unnatural.
It's a corruption of like the natural order. It is. Yeah, like no, it's even for like the concept of it, I think would be something along with like devils, from like other planes is something that they've run into, but it is definitely seen as something not of the natural order. Right. Like you wouldn't talk about them or speculate on them.
Even devils and demons, that's even part of your theology. They have their own plane. The warden guards their gate as well. But for something like this, I would venture to guess that this makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Big time.
She's scared as shit. That's very nerve-wracking.
I mean,
well, again,
this is basically the place
summons like a spirit, like in her, like the way they see that is like, even doing that, even calling through the warden is so corrosive to how the natural world functions that it destroys the bodies to do so.
It's traumatic. It was a great episode, though. You should go back and watch that one.
Yeah. But yeah, Rhea, this is the place where, my very existence is heretical. This is the place where I could exist safely.
Fortune, you've been a little quiet. What do you think? What are you doing?
So Fortune's wondering if this is the Sot that we're at, or if this is more to do with Rhea and touching the obelisk Like it's maybe one. I don't think she has any inkling about magic and ghost, other than like just ghost of your past type of a thing. So that's what she was going to whisper into Lynn's ear, though, is like, I'm just watching Rhea until we get more information. I don't know if it's her causing this or if it's where we're at.
Lynn's gonna kind of like, I guess we'll pull off to the side, and I'll kind of nod at Fortune, and I'll just be like, don't know how, and I'm gonna kind of whisper, I'm like, I don't always know if she's aware of what she's doing when she does things. Yes, we'll keep an eye on her.
Okay, just good to know.
So, are we heading in?
Yeah.
Okay. As you all begin to step across this bridge, that sense of foreboding does not dissipate. In fact, there's actually... It feels like you're walking through... You know how like when it's really humid and you can kind of feel like water in the air?
Yeah, the air
It
is
feels like
thick.
that, but it's the air is thick, but with emotion. Like you can feel yourselves being affected by this place. Each and every one of you. I'm going to spend a fear. You'll get a stress.
Cute.
You know what? Just to be nice, I'll spend 4 fear. 1 for each of you. Because I got to get rid of some of this. So.
Could, rally us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need to roll my prayer dice.
Before we get going, everyone be extra careful. But let's do a thorough investigation. I know the team is ready. And everyone gets their rally die and gets to remove 2 stress.
Your face, Wolf.
Considering he does that like every single episode,
Yeah.
I feel like this is only on you for not seeing that coming.
It is. It is. I just forgot about it.
I can do it every session. I can do the rally die every session, and I can do the remove 2 stress every long rest.
Look, I know. I just forgot I gave you a long rest just last episode. That was my bad.
True.
I also
Draven, I was feeling scared.
Draven's words kind of cut through this, though. You start to feel that this almost longing and despair kind of grip your chest, and then Draven's words just cut through it, and as always, he knows exactly what to say as you all just unclench a little.
I lean over and I actually like squeeze Draven's hand and thanks a little bit. Like I'm like just like, like kind of a friendly, like maybe his wrist or his hand just squeeze and then kind of let go.
Clap him on the shoulder.
There.
No, like hell yeah, buddy, but like it's
hell yeah,
you're
brother.
you're like hella strong, so you just like fully throw him off balance kind of thing. Also, I think as we're walking, Rhea will just kind of like offhandedly just say, Chelsea was here too for a time.
Oh, Draven is just like, what? Tell me, why was Chelsea here?
Well, we were in order based on the furthering of knowledge. She's a wizard. That's kind of her bailiwick.
Exactly. This makes a lot of sense.
So my reasons for coming here aren't entirely selfish. Just in case anyone was thinking that.
It would be fine if they were. It would be fine if they were. Chelsea was here. How long was she here?
Most of my time here.
I see. Was she a junior in the order, or was she more senior?
I don't know
well-
exactly, but she was respected.
I suppose I mean to ask, was she, compared to you in your standing throughout your time there, was she like higher than you or lower than you or about on the same level?
Most certainly higher than me. She was a good bit older than me.
I see.
I think both she and Alessia had things to learn from each other. I don't think Chelsea intended to stay, and I think we all knew that. I think she was here to share her knowledge and to gain some of ours in return.
Lynn,
Hmm.
as you hear this, it tracks a little bit with what you know of Chelsea, your time studying with her. She was always very curious, and she had mentioned having read about some secluded place and where they studied magic or something, and it was so long ago. The details to you they're just not really there, but you do remember her talking about and her face lighting up, just thinking how cool it would be to see that place. She had an adventurous spirit.
I'm gonna kind of chime in. I'd be like, I think I actually remember her mentioning this place, not by name, but I think she was. You know, you're gonna see her kind of get kind of sad. I think she was really happy to be able to come here.
She was very good to me.
It was her way,
So
you know.
Chelsea was a very good person.
we don't know if she's dead, right?
You do not know.
No. But
Why are we
Draven
speaking of
kinda
someone in
has
the
a-
past tense?
Draven's sort of a pessimistic. His realism comes with a side of pessimism. He assumes she's dead.
Rhea points that out. It's like, why are we speaking of this woman in the past tense?
Well, you're correct. I apologize. Chelsea is a wonderful person.
Until we find a body, or hear or other irrefutable proof that someone is dead. There's only so much one can assume.
Look at Rhea being optimistic.
Yeah, I was actually trying to think of a way for Lynn to actually be like. I think actually Lynn will be piped up and be like. She kind of smiles and she's like, you know, for once, I think we agree on something.
Yeah.
To like
'Cause it's
Rhea.
Rhea just kind of throws up her eyebrows, thinks for a second. What a world.
Lynn kind of grins a little bit. Like, this is like the first positive interaction she's had with Rhea. She doesn't mind it.
You guys are having this conversation as you walk closer to the pagodas and start to climb the stairs. Who's going first? leads the
I
way?
think Lynn will probably go first. Like, she just kind of like.
I'm gonna go second and, like, direct you.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like.
It's probably like the
you...
one step that everyone misses because it's like slightly taller than the other ones.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And
I think I know you're leading, so I think I probably would have been like just I kind of would have put up a hand and be like, I'm a little sturdier. Direct me, but let me go first, just in case.
5 steps up. The 5 steps up. The stair height changes a little bit. You'll want to keep an eye on your feet.
Thank you.
Confess to watching from the window as a visiting scholar. Absolutely, as they say, ate shit on these stairs.
As you should.
Okay. Lynn, as your foot crests the top, I need you to give me a strength reaction roll.
Ooh.
Is the strength reaction roll to not eat shit on the stairs?
No. 19. That will succeed. As you step in, and those of you following immediately see her kind of freeze as she takes that final step. Lynn, what you see, having just crested the top is
Oh.
everything around you on fire. The rest of you coming up the stairs still see what you saw before, but Lynn, you see the pagoda now burning. Planks falling off, still in an active blaze. And also...
Draven's just walking right past you like, oh, wow, look at this. I wonder if they have a brochure.
You would immediately, like, I would have
You get
immediately
the
thrown out
arm
my
of-
hand.
You get
And
the
just,
crossing
like-
guard arm of shame.
Well, I think, but just being behind, you would have, like, just seen me, like, I mean, I'm gonna react, like, poorly to, like, sudden flames. Like, you actually hear me give out, like, a little, like, you know, like a startle back,
Holy
and I, like,
shit.
put my hand out behind me.
And you can actually feel the heat wash over you, which is what the strength check was for. Those of you that she has not let come up to the top of the stairs see nothing different. Lynn, while you're standing there, keeping everyone behind you, you see the pagoda completely ablaze, everything in turmoil. But you see these figures, these humanoid figures. You see elves, you see Katari, you see Dracona, you see all manner of people just kind of scurrying about. You can hear just disembodied screams that don't seem to be coming from any one individual person, but they just seem to be happening all around you. As people run here and there, and after like a 3 or 4 steps, they'll just kind of disappear, fading into the ether.
So, like, I'm shocked, but, like, I kind of realize that this is not, like, am I able to process that this is not physically, like, I understand it's something not, like, on the material plane, basically.
Let me, give me knowledge. This'll be a roll, so you'll generate hope if you get it. 17. Get your hope.
I'm
yes. Full. Okay, I think there's a moment you realize these flames, they're not real. It takes you, but you remember seeing flames though from below. Like you remember seeing campfires or something. But as you stand here, you see the flames. You can feel the heat. But as your mind kind of works it over and you realize that this is some kind of an illusion, the visuals stay, but the heat subsides.
You're gonna kind of hear me, like, I don't know if I've processed, you know, like, what's going, like, I probably don't realize that the others behind me don't see this, but you see me kind of just half call over my shoulder. I'm like, this bewitchment, is it supposed to be here, is what I asked her, Rhea. Like, I can't tell if it's something that, like, you know, it's disturbing, but I don't know if it's intentional for, like, a place hidden in the mountains. Like, the fire, is it real? Is kind of what I say to Rhea behind me.
Rhea, you have no idea what she's talking about.
What?
When I look back, is it still there?
Yes, you still see it.
There's an illusion a bit. Everything is on fire. It seems that way. Look, come up, but very carefully.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of actually put my hand out to, like, I'm kind of, like, warding off, but, like, I want to bring you up because I'm worried about it. Like, I'm worried that it's could turn tricky.
Yeah, let's take a fucking look at this.
As the rest of you crest the top of the stairs, the visual comes into view for you too. Rhea, you recognize almost everybody you see running to and from. Faces that were there in the monastery with you. I'm going to spend 1 point of fear. As you all are standing around, you hear something. You hear this crackling noise, and then the central pagoda explodes. It just, something flies into it like a large fireball, and then it just erupts into this huge plume of smoke and flames And for the briefest of seconds, you see this hooded figure turning away from it and then launching another one directly into the back of someone running away before disappearing.
Like, before they disappear, I'm just gonna run forward and start yelling, "Hey, wait, what are you doing? Stop!"
They don't seem to even process you're there. Draven, you look like you have something you'd like to say.
Well, I'm trying to decide whether to repudiate, to try to end the illusion, or watch the illusion. That's essentially what I'm trying to decide right now. Draven's also trying to decide this.
I think while he does that, I think Lynn would press Rhea, and I'd be like, Rhea, what is this? Is it supposed to be here? What do you know what this is?
I'm going to assume the answer to that question is no. I don't know what it is, and it's probably not supposed to be here.
I will give you a knowledge roll, though.
Whoosh.
Ooh, yeah, you don't know. Failure with hope. Let's see. You don't know what this is. You don't actually. There is just a quick flicker in your mind, a tiny sliver of a memory. That one that came to you before kind of flashes back in your head. The fire's burning around you. You were here when this happened, but that's as much as you know.
I don't know what... Well, this is... the past showing itself to us, I think. I wouldn't think it's meant to be here. No one from the Order would knowingly just put the death on loop.
These phantoms, they were people you knew? Like, Lynn is, like, horrified by this.
Rhea will start pointing out people running and naming them.
I'm gonna kind of, I guess I'm gonna point to the hooded figure, and I'm like, and that one? Who did this? Like, I want to know, like, if she knows who it is.
I'm going to assume that's a nope.
Enough. Yeah. No roll on this one. You weren't able to see close enough with how briefly and quickly that happened. So it'd be impossible to tell from just that brief little bit.
Like, just very lightly, like, I'm gonna just very lightly touch her shoulder, and then kind of like a, I'm so sorry kind of gesture, and then just like let off.
Someone did this.
Can we chase? Could we chase this person, or is everything too?
They're an illusion. They're gone.
They just kind of, once that action happened, they just literally faded away. So you're just
all
getting
the illusions on.
Things kind of just keep happening around you, but like instead of like you'll see like one person running, and then they'll just kind of run until they disappear, and then in another direction, things are kind of happening out of order. You're seeing remnants of these spirits in their final moments alive. You're not seeing anything play through to its conclusion.
Okay, so Draven's going to ask, just everybody, should I interrupt this? This is, maybe we could go a little bit further in and perhaps we'll learn some more. Or would we like to maybe explore this just a bit more?
I'm going to look at Rhea and I'm like, it's your choice. It was your home.
This is a room that we're in. You could try leaving the room.
Okay. Do you know the way out? Can you find a door?
So at this point, the only way... So you're still kind of in this entry pagoda place. The only way further for you, Rhea, is in towards the monastery.
Yeah, I want to go in. I want to find the inn door.
Okay. Draven, are you leaving this up, or are you going to... That's your call.
Rhea's
well, you
not going to
said that,
stop
like,
you.
well, you said that the illusion was actually could be harmful. Like we felt the heat.
Lynn felt the heat until she kind of... You all didn't have to make that save because she had already kind of figured it out and then let you know.
Mhm.
But yes, it
Okay.
was...
In that case, Draven's going to walk up to a fire wherever, and he's just going to stick his hand close to it. Does he actually feel the heat? Does it burn him as he gets closer and closer?
It does not.
Then he's not going to bother interrupting it. Let's come on, everyone. This doesn't seem harmful. Let's move on in.
Rhea's like pointedly looking at her feet as she's walking in.
Draven, as you turn around to the rest of the group, the fires are gone. What you see now...
Well, it looks like as soon as we figure it out, they all disappear.
The pagodas are now burned to the ground, though. You get the feeling this is real.
They're not on fire, but this is...
The ashes.
We basically just kind of watched like the documentary of how the pagodas burned down.
Not going to be a brochure.
If there was, it probably burned up. So.
No, but I bet child me would have made one.
I would love to have seen that.
I was a horrid artist. You would not have wanted to see that.
Oh, don't worry. And he shows you a picture he's been drawing, and it's just like shitty stick figures. These are my pictures. Someone else draws them for my books.
You hire an illustrator. Smart.
I am not that person.
Good to recognize your own limits.
Yes, it is.
So you're continuing into
Rhea, the hypocrite!
Did even Draven kind of give her side eye at that?
No, Draven will he's the type of person that's just like, he will not challenge anyone on anything. He's totally a millennial.
Aw.
Oh, that's how we are.
Aw. Poor Draven. Okay. Heading inward then. Yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go inside.
You start to make your way in. And now that you've kind of seen through the illusions, when you walk into the front door, the actual entrance to your monastery, what was once beautiful, what was once felt like home to you is nothing but piles of burnt furniture, statues that have been toppled and crumbled, fine works of art, priceless works of art that have been slashed and burned. In here, you see more of these ghostly figures, but this time they seem to be going about their day as though nothing's wrong. You see them carrying books back and forth. You see two kind of having this heated discussion. As you walk through, there are two that are making out on like this little couch that's off to the side. This is a glimpse into the life of what may have been every day here before all this happened. And it's weird to see these ghostly figures who seem to have no recollection of you at all, just kind of haunting this place that no longer has any signs of life at all. Rhea, is there anywhere in particular you would like to explore here in your monastery?
I want to find either both my old room and Alessia's study.
Okay. Where would you like to go
Alessia's
first?
study is the most important, but I kind of want to see what's left of my room first.
Okay. You know the way. There's no reason to roll or anything like that. As you start to lead them along, these figures will sometimes just appear in front of you, pass through you. There's a chill that just kind of goes through your body. Lynn, there's one in particular that just kind of barely brushes your arm, but your shoulder just begins to hurt as though it's got like frostbite. This pain just kind of shoots through it.
Bonus points if the ghost looks through her and says, "Oh, excuse me."
The ghost doesn't react to you all at all. They don't seem to even...
No, but if the ghost had been bumping into somebody in the illusion...
Oh, that would have been funny. Yeah. Yeah.
You're
Damn.
gonna see me kind of. Maybe we shouldn't touch them. That they hurt.
After a few minutes, the ghosts don't subside. They continue just about their day. As you make your way into your mentor's old office, this place has seen similar destruction as of outside. There are books that have been burned. Her desk is overturned. In fact, I'm going to ask Fortune to give me a knowledge check or instinct. You can check either one.
It's the same.
20.
Ooh.
I'll take that fear back. Thank you very much. The destruction in this room is, for most of you, indistinguishable from what's happened outside. Fortune, though, this is a little different. The destruction outside was chaotic, widespread, trying to do as much damage as possible. The destruction you see in here seems calculated. You've been with the shady side of things for long enough to know when someone is trying to cover up that they ransacked this place looking for something. The telltale signs are there. Things overturned in certain ways, things that are just out of place that wouldn't have happened naturally if someone was just destroying things. Whoever turned this room over was looking for something.
This is Rhea's room. Her room.
Her mentor's office.
Her mentor's off. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like somebody was looking for something here specific, guys. Like there's clear like this is something calculated here. Somebody was looking. Perhaps they didn't find what they were looking for?
Alessia would never make anything important easy to find. She's the smartest person I know.
Well, you know any hidden places that she has around here?
Do I?
Be a knowledge check. No.
I have a thing.
Can we start looking around?
That's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I get the chance.
I'm feeling like Draven would join in on that.
Yeah, we will. Hold on. Let me see what she's got, though.
Oh,
My
sorry.
guess was, my thought process was, well, first things first, if I fail a roll, it utilized one of my experiences, but I don't know if it technically did. But I could also, I don't know if I can do this. I think I have to declare this first, actually. But, the Orderborn feature says that once per rest, when I describe how I'm embodying one of the principles of the, like, order through my action, I can roll a d20 as my hope die.
Yeah, you'll need
But
to call
I think
that
I
one
would have
first.
had to
So,
declare that.
yeah.
Call that first.
So with that, let me do this. I'm going to take that fear. As you're looking around this office, you're trying to remember, like, if she had anywhere secret where she kept things, anywhere she would have. And a memory comes to you. and I'm putting you on the spot again.
Oh, Christ.
You are in her office. You have this memory. You're looking for something. She confiscated something from you, and you really needed it back, and you're trying to find it when she walks in and catches you in her office. What does that look like? With the failure with fear, you are unable to find this item you're looking for. But what happened when she caught you?
There was. Do I describe like the exact the place maybe where I was looking, kind of thing, or?
Sure, you can. It's up to you.
You know how some like in the freaking like Clue mansions or something, there's like a bookcase that's a secret door.
Yeah.
She 100% has one of those.
What does she say to you when she comes in?
I think she's more. I think this version of Rhea is much younger, like a child. And she's immediately freaking out, trying to like pick her up and carry her away from that, because there's definitely some dangerous objects she keeps in the secret room that Rhea only knows about because she just happened to be like sneaking outside the door and like watched her open that one time. So she's like, okay, if she took this thing away from me, she has to put it in the secret room where I can't get to it. I can get to it. But she's just freaks out. She's not necessarily angry, more so like scared parent energy at first.
Okay. This scene plays out around all of you for you to witness. Those ghostly figures once again reenacting something from a bygone era. As everything that was just said comes to life in front of you all. And it ends with a young Rhea kicking and screaming as she's dragged out of the office and away from her prize.
Probably like 8 max.
Draven's definitely drawing this.
Let's investigate the bookcase then.
Okay. You can give me your, let's see, what's that? Instinct, right? Instinct roll with advantage.
Yeah. I don't think Rhea would have known remembered the exact trigger, but the general location of the trigger.
Okay, what's that?
15?
13.
Oh, 13?
Yeah. Yeah, are you using
Yeah, that's 13.
experience?
No.
You could use your-
I don't know if I have anything that would be available.
You have your
I
rally
wish
dice.
there's an experience of this is my fucking house, bitch.
Fair.
I can give him a hope to add like advantage.
Well, he already had advantage,
Oh, never mind.
so you really roll with that. Okay, 13.
I'll
with
use
fear.
I'll use the rally die.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh,
With a fear.
lame.
Terrible.
That was pretty bad. 14 with
Absolutely
fear.
embarrassing.
You've been at this long enough to know that there's definitely something hidden here. And the bookshelf looks a little off, and you're convinced, especially based on what you just saw, that there's something behind this bookcase. But for the life of you can't find where that trigger is. Whatever the opening is to get this thing to reveal its treasures, it's just barely eluding you.
Well, I assume it's going to be a magical lock, but if it's not, I would have advantage on action rolls to pick non-magical locks.
Well, you haven't even found it yet, though, is the thing. Like,
Oh,
there's
sure.
the mechanism that would actually
Do
cause
you-
this to open is what you can't locate.
Does Fortune say anything about her thinking there's something behind the bookcase?
Yeah, I'm sure she's over there like mumbling to herself and getting angry because she can't find it. She's like throwing things and like
Lynn's kind
pounding
of
on
like picking up on this,
panels.
and she's like, "Fortune, what are you doing over there?"
There's got to be a way in.
Into where? Into what? Like, I mean, I don't think I would have picked up on the fact that like Rhea, like she knows that Rhea just got caught near a bookshelf, but she doesn't understand why.
I smell a secret behind this door.
You think there's a passage?
There's something.
Almost
It's,
certainly.
what's
Like,
what's on the what's on the shelf? Like, is
on-
it what's the condition of the
Just
shelf?
a matter
Is it
of
burnt?
finding it.
The shelf is burnt, but it seems okay. It's got like those burnt markings across it, but the wood itself seems fine, as though it were protected by some kind of magic. Like it's got cosmetic damage, but the bookshelf itself seems sturdy and functional.
You would have
We
had
could try
to
to tear
fully
it
set the
down.
room on fire. I think there's a trigger to open a door. I don't think that's
Can
necessary.
you remember how to use the trigger?
No.
I could try to just tear down the bookshelf.
I'd prefer you not. Maybe a second pair of eyes on this thing.
Lynn has one method of getting through doors.
I mean,
Can I,
the Kool-Aid
like-
Man method works, I think. Sometimes.
Can I start looking as well for, like, if there's a switch or a lever or an object that's...
I will let you roll. I will say, because we already failed once with fear, the DC is just going to be a little bit higher.
Okay.
But go for it.
And also the answer no is always acceptable.
No, I mean, let's go for it.
What is this for? Instinct?
I will give you instinct or one more time knowledge to see if you can
Instinct
remember
is better.
anything. Instinct's fine then. Go for that.
Can I give her a hope so that to show her like what I've already looked at?
I will say you can have advantage.
I like
because
that.
You
Well,
have, if
Oh,
you spend the
the-
hope, then she can have advantage, showing her what you've already looked at.
I spent a hope.
Okay.
I
didn't
should
you
have
spend some
called my
fear
thing.
earlier, Wolf?
Huh?
Hmm.
This time
Didn't you
is
spend some
15.
fear earlier, Wolf?
He's got a
I did,
hope.
and then I gained some back.
This time is 15.
I think
So
you're a
that's
liar.
one higher.
Okay. Anything else you want to do? Do you have a rally die?
Oh, I do. I haven't used it yet.
I will just tell you, the DC before was 15, and I said going into this it's
Oh.
higher, so you...
You... 17.
is what I raised it to.
Oh my god!
As Fortune is pointing out, like, where he looked, or where she looked, sorry, and, you know...
Rhea
you're
goes to start,
racking
like,
your
messing
brain.
with some books. It's like, no, I already touched that one.
And I think you almost do it on accident as you're like searching around you and Fortune, and you hear this kind of click. And there's a moment where everything just gets really still, and then the bookshelf like slides back away from you just a little bit, and it hasn't been opened in quite some time. And there's this horrible scraping noise as it pushes back into the stone and then slides aside.
Can I call a shot in that the trigger is, like, a really heavy object that we managed to knock off?
Absolutely.
The
What
bookshelf.
was it?
Oh gosh.
Well, actually, can
Uh,
I add something?
Yeah.
The object, very heavy, was a not small, it's medium-sized snow globe that you remember giving to
Aw.
her one holiday.
Oh.
Something of yours she used to protect this place. A literal child lock. It was on the top shelf. As soon as this door opens,
You have to
Rhea.
shake the snow globe, but it got shaken enough by it getting knocked off the shelf.
Rhea, you feel a wave of magic roll over you the second that door clears. There's a staircase behind that leads down into the darkness further into the mountain.
Oh, it's a whole thing. I thought it was just a room. Look back at my friends. Are we
Well,
going?
this is your dog and pony show, Rhea. If you want to lead the way.
Wanted to make sure the lot of you are following. In a house full of ghosts that apparently hurt, I'd like not to leave anyone behind.
Feel Caliana's just cold metal fingers kind of grab your hand and just give it a gentle squeeze. I'm with you, no matter what we find.
I think in the back of her mind, she hears Alessia scolding her for stalling, and then that's what gets her walking down the stairs.
The second your foot touches the top step, lights start to just kind of magically, enchanted lights just start guiding your way down, illuminating this staircase that just goes down. God. It's hard. You can't even see the bottom at the moment. But at least...
Ooh, that's a nice touch.
I don't know if
spooky
it's
as
comforting.
shit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's comforting or eerie, but I didn't come all this
that's
way to be
spooky.
scared off by some lights.
Gremlin thinks it looks fancy.
Alexa.
What color are they? What color are the lights?
They're just those very soft, kind of white lights. Almost like, like when you go to the Lowe's and you buy like the super soft, that's supposed to be kind of relaxing kind of lights. That's what they are. It's kind of enough to illuminate, make sure you don't fall going down these stairs.
Right. I'm gonna kind of like gesture to Rhea and just be like, lead the way.
Okay. And then I start walking down the stairs.
I really wanted to make a joke about like Virgil, but I couldn't think of what the in-world version of that would be.
Workshop it and then just get back to us on it. I'm curious
Abandon
how that
hope,
turns
all
out.
ye. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Good idea. I'm kidding. Okay.
That's the gate.
You all make your way slowly down these stairs. I think Caliana walks right behind you this time. As she lets go of your hand and just sticks close behind you. The stairs seem to stretch on forever. You don't know if it's just that many stairs or if it's just the anticipation of what you're going to find at the end. But eventually you do see the bottom, and you see that there's some kind of light down there. The chamber beyond seems to be glowing a nice, kind of similar to like soft white that you're seeing here. As you go down. Rhea, you're the first one, right? You're in front?
Mm-hmm.
As Rhea reaches the bottom, she freezes. Similar to the way that Lynn did before. Except, Rhea, what you're seeing is absolutely 100% happening right now. You find yourself in this large, really ornate chamber. There are what look to be windows along the wall, but you know that you have to be too far underground for anything to be seen. But they have this kind of bewitched, this enchantment on them that makes it look like you can see different worlds. In the middle of this room, there is a large pedestal. And on top of that pedestal, hanging in the air, is the unmistakable rift that you've seen before. A white, glowing tear in the space-time continuum of reality. And you feel that pull once again. It rushes over you, the memories that you had of all of your time in that realm. It's calling to you. You hear this voice in your head. Come home. At this point, the rest of you have made it down the stairs and you see this crack hanging there. Similar to the one that was in the Phoenix's office. Kellyanna gasps, "Oh my God. That looks just like the one in the sky." What are y'all doing?
Are we all in the
Um,
room?
At this point, yeah.
I feel like I'm just gonna go ahead and reach out and grab Rhea's like the back of her cloak and just like be holding it because I assume she's gonna start walking towards it.
What does Rhea do?
Look at it and say, "What home?"
The voice doesn't respond. Give me an instinct check. 17 with fear. All right, so I'm just, because Ravnok's trying to keep me honest, I'm upping my fear by 1. You can stare at that tracker all you want.
I'll stare at it all night.
You listen intently, but you don't get a response. You start to look around the room. And for the first time, you notice that all around that pedestal, there are bodies. And this fear, as I spend it, grips your heart, and you will take 1 stress.
Do we see the bodies?
You do.
What are the conditions of them?
You'll have to get a little bit closer if you want to fully examine the bodies. You can tell they're bodies, but if you want to give them like a check, you're going to have to go closer to the rift.
I think I will risk it, but I'm gonna kind of like lean back and like I'm gonna kind of gesture to the others, and I'll just be like, and I kind of look at Rhea, and I'm like, whatever that crack is, it's not safe. Please don't touch it.
Draven is
gonna, like-
also. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, I mean, I'm kind of giving her a warning glance, like, you know, like, don't. And then I'm gonna kind of.
Rhea will acknowledge you. She'll just kind of nod.
Lynn like is like, you know, like you see kind of Lynn like there was like a clenchedness that like she's like a little reassured by Rhea actually seeming aware, you know, of like what's going on and acknowledging her, and then she's gonna start to like edge closer to the bodies to check them out.
Draven's also kind of following to help.
Okay. So if one of you wants to spend a hope, then the other can roll with advantage. And it'll be the 2 of you working together.
I don't have a high knowledge, but I have a lot of hope if Draven wants to make the roll. I'll
My
give him
knowledge is-
advantage.
My knowledge is 1.
Well, mine's
And I
also
also
1.
I also have a lot of hope I can spend, and not a lot of ways to usually spend it.
Y'all are decently smarticle particles.
If-
Okay, I'll make the roll then, since I was willing to since I'm wanting to get closer.
Yeah, I'll spend the hope.
Oh,
Yeah.
take that hope,
Oh, hell yeah!
and then you
See,
still got
your hopes are
advantage.
usually more. Your hopes are usually
But I'm
more
full.
useful.
I've gotten 3 hopes this game, and I'm already out.
Use them.
I haven't been able to spend them.
Let's use that. See, 3 hope. Heal yourself 1, and then keep going. You still
I'm
have
full
advantage.
up. We long rested.
So go ahead
Okay,
and
sure. Yeah, why not? I mean,
resist.
if I have advantage, I mean, do you want to? Rav, do you still want to burn the the hope to give me advantage?
Nah. Then don't worry about it. Since
Okay.
you did well without the advantage,
Okay.
if that's fine.
That's fine. I'll let it slide this one time.
You're
As
so
you go
generous.
closer, the bodies around, a lot of them, you'll notice, have a few patterns that look very similar to Rhea's. They're not as they haven't spread as far. They're more just tiny, little marks here and there, as though whatever was here, it touched them, but immediately killed them. Their bodies, not a conduit that was strong enough to house whatever was in this. With a 19, as you kind of circle around, you do see there are quite a few bodies in here. Easily 12. One of which was the woman you saw in the vision from the office.
Oh, you're gonna see me kind of freeze, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna kind of get up very slowly, turn, and I'm gonna walk to Rhea, and I'm gonna look at her, and I'm gonna be like, Rhea, one of them's Alessia, or one of them's your. I don't know if I knew her. Has she used Alessia's name?
I've used Alessia's name.
Okay, I think I can put 2 to 2 together and figure.
I think you could figure out that
that
lady was Alessia. I feel like her name was somewhere near her door, if anything.
Yeah.
Alessia Notos was her full name.
I'm very solemnly I want to break the news to her respectfully. I'm so sorry.
I shove Lynn out of the way and I run over there to look.
Okay. While she's running, Draven, since you didn't spend your since you did not spend your hope, you can go ahead and give me a knowledge or instinct roll as you're kind of looking around too. 20 with fear.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 20 with fear. Rhea, as you push by, you run over to where Lynn told you the body was. And you see her lying there, eyes open, as though terrified. What's going through your head? What do you do? You see that she has a mark very similar. It has some of the patterns just right here on her neck, just very quickly, about this big. Nowhere near the size of yours.
She gives a sound that's part scream, part cry, part just full sob. And just throws her arms around the body and just holds her.
I'm spending 2 fear.
Pressing her ear against her chest and desperately listening and for something she knows isn't going to be there, but listening
two
all the
fear.
same.
You'll mark 2 stress.
Heard.
As this happens, you push your ear to her chest and you desperately listen. And maybe for the first time in your life, just consider praying. You don't have to. Maybe you
She would
don't.
consider it.
But nothing is there. The body's cold, but seems to have been preserved by whatever magic is lingering in this room. And at this point, the magic has saturated this room so much, even the rest of you can feel that electricity that Rhea usually feels. Draven, you continue to walk around, investigating these bodies, looking up at the rift. And then something catches your eye as you almost stumble, kind of coming back around towards the front. There's another body that has been thrown to the ground, lying face down. You want to turn it over, or you just leave it alone?
Yeah, turn it over.
I was gonna say, if you don't turn it over, I might fight you.
I was like, it's.
Now I want to know.
He uses a stick, but he does turn the body over.
Okay. You kind of find some stick. There's stuff around. I mean, the chambers seems to be in relatively good shape compared to the rest of the place.
Surely
But
there's a stick.
there's a stick kind of propped over there. It's called the corpse turning stick. It's labeled and everything.
Corpse turning stick.
Stick of corpse turning.
Never know when you're going to need it.
You grab it.
Fucking Mordenkainen's stick of corpse turning.
Exactly. As you put it under this body and give it a flip, as it, but gently, I assume. I don't know. Draven's. The body flips over, eyes wide open. All the other bodies you've seen had this look of fear. This one, it seems to have died instantly, just like the rest of them. But there's this odd look of contentment on their face. As you can see, just this person with the same kind of scarred patterns that Rhea has. But instead of like going like down their neck, this one's just right over their eye. Just makes kind of like almost an eye patch. As you see
Draven. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
the face of Rhea staring up at you, lifeless. And that is where we're going to end tonight, because I have a plane to catch tomorrow.
God damn it!
So,
Dun dun dun! Oh, that's
What?
exciting. That's
I feel like,
exciting.
okay, so Draven is around these dead bodies. He's kind of a dandy, so he's got a handkerchief he's covering his nose with.
They probably
As he
don't
turns
smell.
the
They're
body over,
preserved.
and he sees Rhea, and he's just like,
that's
and then
what the
we
episode's
freeze.
face.
Does he say, oh, holy shit?
Oh, holy shit, and then fade to black.
Yeah.
Yes, this was a short one. I apologize, but I told you up front it probably would be, because I have a plane to catch tomorrow, and I want to edit this and start uploading it so I don't have to wait until the weekend to post it. So yeah.
Having a plane to catch sucks.
Yes.
Well, I was thinking to have Lynn bring somebody back so that we could like ask them questions. But now that Rhea's there, I don't know. I feel like that's
we'll see.
something
I want to see
we
how this. I'm very interested to see how this plays out in next episode, because this can go so many different ways.
maybe she just has a twin.
We could totally. Wait, can Lynn actually bring up a dead body? Is that
Yeah,
the thing?
remember whenever she like nuked
Yeah.
them, and we got to ask
It
questions.
destroys, but the problem is it destroys the bodies. Yeah, but so I mean, like, I'm so interested because, like, for next time, maybe it's a twin, maybe she's a filthy body snatcher and doesn't know it. Maybe it's a monster. either way, even if we like get that all settled, there is the issue of like, do we want to decimate corpses that Rhea may know?
Well, we'll have to get Rhea's permission, of course.
Rhea's already
I know,
dead.
I'm
apparently.
so excited. I'm already very excited.
You've got a week to think about it.
Shovel, please. It will destroy it.
This is going to teach Epsilon to stop giving me open-ended backstories.
No, this is
Why
great.
would it teach me to stop doing this? This just makes you want to do it more.
That's fair. That's
My
fair.
strategy for giving a GM like you a backstory is to leave a hyper-specific hole or like be vague and be detailed enough, but be vague enough that I leave enough room for GMs to play around with it. And like I was decently like, the funniest thing is I was decently specific with Euphrasia and you still managed to bamboozle the shit out of me with her.
I know.
I was like, okay, I just need a real clear-cut backstory for this character that's coming in right at the end, and then you bamboozled me.
I needed something more than that. I've been excited about this little twist for a while, though. I was like, go to the monastery. Let's do it.
I'm either not real or I have a twin.
What was your character's twin?
Mavin.
Yeah.
Mavin.
This is just
Rhea.
This is Mavin all over again.
Was it Rhea,
Rhea
and what?
Leah.
Yeah.
Leah.
yeah.
Turns out Mavin's
Rhea
real.
Sylvia and Leah Sylvia.
Aw.
We will find out next week what's going on there. Maybe we'll do some corpse talking. But I think that the one thing we can say is Rhea will probably get a little more stress. That will probably happen.
Can you give Rhea the max amount of stress? Because she's very nearly hit it once before, and I think this is the place, if any, that you could do it again if you really wanted to.
I might just do that. I got the fear to spin. So with
No,
that,
I'm not going to get mad at you if you do that.
with that will bring this one to a close. Kellen, this cliffhanger was for you. I feel like I owed you a really good one after a while. I know Kellen likes my cliffhangers.
This cliffhanger is brought to you by Kellen.
All my best ones are
Because
for you, buddy.
Because he will forever encourage our silliness.
Yes, and we appreciate that. So make sure to tune in next time, find out what's going on here. I am going to, again, probably no post show tonight, even though I really want to, but I'm going to get off here and try to get this edited and do as much as I can so I can get in bed at a normal time. But in the meantime, if you want to talk to us about it, though, you can join the Discord and just kind of, we have a Legends of Elzorya chat there. Come in, give us your theories, see if you can figure this out before next week. But until then, everybody, thank you for watching. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.